Last ready for the dive!
Get the goal! This could be a total disaster! Vacuum in! Ravage on everyone! The black hole as well! Flight of Evan turns it around! Ravage as well! Stolen by Deadly! Are you kidding me? They turn it around! 4 heroes dead!
5 heroes dead! Chuan trying to survive! Chuan's gonna go down!
So you have no idea what you just watched, but want to start somewhere. This is your Ultra Super Ultimate Basic Guide to what the fuck is Dota 2. Dota 2, or Defense of the Ancients 2, is a 5 vs 5 team game where you pick a hero and kill other players so you can destroy their base. There are over 100 heroes with at least 4 spells each. They are separated into 4 categories: Strength, Agility, Intelligence, and Universal. In general, Strength heroes are typically big, strong guys who can take hits. Agility heroes are typically fast guys who can do a lot of hits. Intelligence heroes are typically smart guys who aren't bothered to do any hits and destroy you with spells. Universal heroes are Swiss Army knives that can hit in weird ways. Each of them have their strengths. One can create big walls, one can create black holes, one can become Virgil from Devil May Cry, one can turn you into a frog, one can prevent you from dying at all, and one is a literal squirrel. For now, pick whoever's design looks cool, then read their spells. You can try them out in demo mode. Now that you're in demo mode, you can now control your character. Right-click to move your character. Right-click on an enemy to do a basic attack. Move your mouse to the edges of the screen to move the camera. If you don't like this, change your camera controls to WASD. You'll have to change the controls for your main spells if you do this. You start with no spells. Press the plus icon on top of a spell to level it up. By default, your basic abilities are bound to Q, W, E, and R. Your R being your ultimate ability that can only be leveled up at certain levels. If you use an ability, you can't use them for a while. This is called a cooldown. You gain experience whenever things die near you. You gain gold when you hit the killing blow, also known as a last hit. Gain experience to level up your spells. Gain gold to purchase items. Do this enough and your hero becomes very strong, and killing enemies and destroying the enemy base becomes easier. If you have absolutely no idea which spells to level up or which items to purchase, simply click the shop icon and use a player-made guide. Follow every highlighted spell to level up, and buy every item the guide recommends. Control plus shift click to bookmark that item so you can see when you can afford it. You can see that items are made of smaller items, or components. If you buy all the components, it will combine into the item itself. Some items don't need components. Items can either be passive, they give you bonuses by just having them, or active, that do special things when you activate them. By default, items are bound to Z, X, C, V, B, N. You can change them to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, or whatever key you want in the options menu. Experiment with the items recommended by your guide in demo mode and read what they do. Some heal you, some allow you to teleport short distances, some can call down a meteor, some deal damage for you when you just stand there, and some can make you totally immune to spells. You don't have to memorize anything at this point, just know what you're able to do. Now that you know which hero you want to pick, queue up for a co-op bots game. You will be fighting against 5 CPUs, with 5 real players. Pick your hero and now you're in the real game. The map is divided into 2, the Radiant and Dire side, which is split into 3 lanes. This is where you go. 2 heroes in the top lane, 1 hero in the middle lane, and 2 heroes in the bottom lane. Don't mind anything in this area, you'll figure it out as you go. Each lane has 3 towers that shoot you with fireballs when you get too close, and destroying them in order allows you to get to the enemy base, also known as the Ancient. Once you destroy that, you win! Remember these guys? They are your creeps. They spawn every 30 seconds. The enemy has them too. The objective is to get your creeps to the enemy tower, have them take the hits from the tower, and then destroy the tower, so you get closer to the enemy Ancient. The challenge? The enemy is doing the exact same thing to you. use your spells and items to your advantage. Unlike in demo mode, buying items is not instant. You must be in the shop at spawn in order to purchase your items. If you're not in base, you can purchase items and have a courier deliver it to you.
Pause a peddlin'.
Watch out, because this courier can be killed. Sometimes a component will be unpurchasable. This means you must go to the secret shop in order to buy them. Unlike its name, it's not very secret. Each side has one, over here and here. You can also command your courier to go to the secret shop for you and then deliver it to you. But if you want to do it yourself, and you're all the way on the other edge of the map, simply use a teleport scroll. By default, this is bound to T. They reside in your inventory in the teleport scroll slot. You can purchase more at the shop. They allow you to teleport to any allied building. So if you die and you're in base, you can just teleport back to lane if your teleport scroll is off cooldown. These are also helpful when someone needs assistance somewhere else. If you don't know what an enemy hero does, you can always left click them and hover over their abilities mid-game to read what they do. Try not to die when you do this. Gain experience and gold, get stronger, kill the enemy, destroy towers, get into massive spell slinging fights, and win the game. This is Dota 2.
Of course, there's a lot of things that I left out, so